Today I'm headed to Oxford, 57 miles northwest of London, to revisit the location where the BBC made a short film about Tolkien and his life there. It included the great writer showing the crew around his college grounds and gardens, and really serves to demonstrate his love for the city he was so sad to leave. I've just been woken up by very heavy rain outside. It's 3:20 in the morning, and as you can see, I'm using a torch because there is no power. There's also no heating, but there never was any heating. When I arrived here last night, it was freezing cold. There was no heating, so they brought a heater in for me to use, which is could be the reason the fuse has gone on the sockets. It's like I'm camping in a house. I'm on my way to Oxford. It's a city full of very clever know-it-alls, 151,000 of them to be exact. It's also home of easily one of the biggest and bestest colleges in the world. J.R.R. Tolkien sat as a professor of wizards and orcs and stuff at Merton College, and whenever he could, Tolkien would ditch his work and head to the pub for a pint and some nuts and stuff. So Tolkien probably would have walked across from here, dashed across the road there, come down here, resisted the temptation of the cafes and popped in there for a pint. I've just finished writing a little bit of Lord of the Rings there. I think I'll just pop in for a pint with my mates. This is the Eagle and Child, or sometimes known as the Bird and Baby, which is a better name because the alliteration, of course. And this is where the Inklings group would meet, which consisted of a bunch of writers, including C.S. Lewis and Tolkien. There's a room in the back where they would sit down and read to each other what they've written that week. I think it was Tuesdays and Thursdays in the afternoons they'd meet, and Tolkien would literally just walk over from the university over there, Merton College, and come and sit in here. Now, this building has been closed since the of COVID, and there were plans for it to be reopened this year and converted the upstairs into accommodation, living accommodation, and then the downstairs being a reception area. But also, I think they're going to preserve the rooms that Tolkien used to sit in. Obviously it's closed now, I can't go in it, but that building, believe it or not, is over 400 years old, and Chancellor of the Exchequer apparently stayed there during the Civil War, so it's like, it's a pretty old building, and it's fallen into a little bit of disrepair, but I think it's pretty cool. You just see in the window, look how old and lovely it is. I hope they preserve all that. It certainly looks pretty old on the inside, and it's not that big. If you ever do visit this place, this pub, park on the same side as the pub, because this is like it's wider than the M1, this road. Come on, I'm trying to get across. Speed up. Speed it up. What's the speed limit here? 20? Very wide road indeed. You know, it's kind of weird, sort of following in the footsteps of ghosts, really, and I like that. That will be the title of my documentary, Following in the Footsteps of Ghosts. That's copyright. Don't you guys nick it, or I'll be around. Look at that lovely house there. I love how Oxford has all this yellow stone, like sandstone everywhere. It's lovely. Tolkien lived in Oxford from 1945 to his retirement as Professor of English Language and Literature in 1959. I've noticed in one sign saying close to visitors, so it's Coopy I can't get in today. Where's this go? Let's try down here. Should I try down there? What I need to do is check where I am, so gather my brows, as Burns said. Look at that. Right, yeah, I do go down this area here, I think, and it leads me down to the front. Lots of students coming back to college today with their parents. I may have misjudged the weather a little bit. There's a tree here I could stand under, but it's so light. It's like light rain. Never harmed anybody. Who doesn't like a bit of rain? This is Merton College here, by the way. This is where Tolkien taught. What is this? Jesus. I see. So this is definitely the correct college. And there's this high wall, which is kind of a walkway, which in the film, have I got this right? Maybe it's the next bit. Where am I? I'm going the wrong way. So back to this turnstile. I'm a little bit concerned about the rain now. So back through here. Right, absolutely nobody about. So, but the entrance should be down this way somewhere. Fingers crossed. I'm not very hopeful though that access will be granted on a Sunday. I should have checked, but let's see. Oh, it's really nice down here. Cobbles, buildings. I mean, this hasn't changed for hundreds of years. Much. Here it is. Visiting hours 12 till 5 on a Sunday. This says closed to visitors. Don't understand. When you come here, there's like a little office there, and you have to go in and ask and pay. It's £5. Normally you could come and visit, but today I can't. So that's the end of that bit. So this is Merton College where Tolkien taught. He was here for quite a while, and he was like a professor of English and Middle English or something. And he had accommodation here.
Can't get out. There's a great damn thing in the way. I'll try and climb up. Wait a minute. Well, hello, chap. What are you doing down there?
There's a beautiful film that was made of him walking around and talking quite a lot about the trees. He was a big tree fan.
It's a pity it couldn't be in the springtime when that tree that wouldn't look sad, but covered with leaves, you see. Look old but not sad. And these I have always, for some reason, I don't know why, been enormously attracted by trees. All my work is full of trees.
For some bizarre reason, before here, he was in Leeds, which is, yeah, a pretty enough town, but it ain't no Oxford.
Quite a modern little fellow.
It's a pity the book didn't catch on a bit sooner, isn't it?
This is Merton College here, and I have successfully managed to find my way down Grove Walk here and started to walk along here when it started to rain. And there is a entrance there, and that is it. Now, I've already checked, and that entrance is locked. But that beckons the question of where is Tolkien in the film? When he's talking about the trees, he is here, and he sees his colleague walking along this stretch here. We then see him walking into this area here. What happens is Tolkien walks down this pathway here during his interview in the film, and then turns and walks through the archway. Now, he's not actually entering the area where his rooms are here. He's actually entering what's known as the Mob Quad, which I'm not quite sure what that is. Where he lived, in fact, was in this square here, and I'm not quite sure what this quadrangle is called. If I jump down into it, we know that he comes through door number 4, which is over in this corner here. So we have door 4 there, and that is where Tolkien would have come in and out of. And his office room was in here. And we can see that in the film. Well, I've arrived at a cemetery. And I just need to go and have a look to see where Tolkien's grave is. I do like cemeteries, I've got to be honest. I do like them. Tolkien died on the 2nd of September 1971, I want to say. You can correct me if I'm wrong there. 21 months after his wife Edith had died, and he's buried just over here alongside Edith. He died, sadly, from a chest infection and ulcer, old age basically, and he actually died in Bournemouth, which is down the south of England, but was brought back up here to Oxford to be with Edith, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't know my facts, but he's laid to rest just over here. I'm not really a massive fan of Tolkien's work. I've never read any of his work. I'm a fan of the films, and I'm a fan of the myth and the stories that he told, and he's kind of a legendary figure now. And I think that because I live here in the UK where Tolkien is from, it's almost my duty to come and visit places like this and pay my own little homage. And I think that I will be inspired to read his works, especially as times are changing and new generation are coming through and there are adaptations being made to his work. I think I'm sort of duty bound in a way to learn the original text and as he intended. You can see people are leaving chains, rings, brooches, coins, money. That's £1,000 there, £1,000, and all sorts of things. Cigarettes, bizarrely. Well, thank you for watching. This is a nice place to end in the peace and solitude of a graveyard here in Oxford. Here lieth Tolkien and his wife Edith. Although sad that he's no longer with us. He did live to be 81 and he died pretty much from old age. And if you think about it, his story ended right here in the cemetery, which is where all our stories will end, unfortunately. So I don't want to be too glib at the end of the video. But almost inappropriately to say, if you liked this video, please leave a comment down below and let me know. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you know things I haven't covered, let me know. And like and obviously subscribe. It feels so horribly inappropriate saying that here. But there you go, I've said it now. Till next time, cheerio.